Good morning and welcome to another 4 days of exploring, field recordings and DIY instrument craft interspersed with random smatterings of semi-related travel vlogish stuff. Today's going to be another day spent mostly out on the boat because we only have it for 2 more days, but I feel like I've barely scratched the surface of the island, so there is a lot more work to be done here. For now though, I'll see if there are any interesting recordings to be made on St. Martin's, and we might possibly end up going to the uninhabited Eastern Isles as well, so see you there. There are seals absolutely everywhere. This is something quite special. My mum was just singing the Hebridean seal call there, and I know there were a ton of seals in the area anyway, but the fact that there were 5 of them looking straight at us while she was singing that is really quite beautiful. It's nice to believe in magic sometimes. I essentially extended this traditional piece into a kind of folky song of my own, with cellos, kalimbas, accordion, and even my first try at vocals since the Sundown Realm. Basically singing from the perspective of one of these seals responding to the song, if you catch my drift. It sounds a little bizarre on paper, but actually I feel like this turned out as probably one of the pieces I've made that I'm the most proud of. There goes the Thelonian in the distance. So this is St. Martin's, which is the other island I've actually stayed on before, and it's weird because it's been quite a while, but it feels like literally yesterday I was here. It's one of those places you go to and think about a lot and remember so vividly, and then when you come back there, it's just like you're walking through a dream or something. It's really surreal. Oh, just walking around this corner and seeing the sea glittering. Can't beat it. Know what this place reminds me of? Being 10 years old and waiting for a Deadmau5 CD to come in the post. Yeah, times have rather changed. It's very funny the things you actually remember. Why was I fixating on that so much when I literally was here? There's one thing I definitely do remember about these beaches though. Lots and lots of sandhoppers. Yeah, they're everywhere. And up close I imagine they'll make a sound that's rather gross, but rather intriguing. Sounds a bit like me, don't it? I do have to find somewhere where it's not dominated by wave sounds, though. Guess we'll have to just find a bit where the water isn't moving and like amplify it into oblivion so that I can really hear those little crinkly noises. Would be cool if it was usable in some way though. Didn't manage to get any more footage for yesterday because my camera ran out of juice, but it's been quite eventful since then. Because when we got back to the boat, we realised that we'd parked it just too close to shore and it ended up beached. And that meant that we had to wait quite a while for a guy to come along in a jet boat and help us, person from the hiring company. And, well, it was a bit chaotic, but at least we got a cool jet boat ride at sunset. We are unfortunately going to have to go back to St. Martin's today because, to make matters even worse, we've lost a life jacket somewhere. Pretty sure we know where it is, but it's a bit embarrassing. Hopefully I will get some time to work on the project though. Completely off topic here, but I just want to say that this is probably the best book about music I've ever read. Definitely check it out. Just had an idea. Without destroying the scenery, I'm gonna see if I can get like quite a wide blade of grass and do that thing where you put it between your thumbs and blow and make a really weird noise. Evidently, it's not the most graceful sound in the world. But, yeah, as with everything, I just have to get creative and see what I can do with it. I guess there's a place for everything, even if I might as well have just farted into a microphone. I am beginning to wonder if perhaps it could be a good idea to record just a few extra instruments once I've got home, because my first instinct is to be a bit of a purist about this and just completely have sounds I've recorded on the island, but perhaps I should prioritise making the best music I can. I still don't think I'm going to synthesise anything, so it'll still all be in the spirit of the island, I guess, if you want to put it that way, but I might just add a couple of things extra. Back on St. Martin's now, and there's just been a massive sudden bit of rain that has thankfully cleared, sort of. Don't think I'm going to film a ton of this, but we might be going to Great Bay later, which is good news. It has been about 3 hours since I filmed that clip, and clearly I spoke a little bit too soon. I'm afraid we might have to wait until tomorrow to go ahead with any of my plans. We did find the buoyancy aid, so we're not getting fined, but we ended up coming back in an absolute tempest that went on till just a second ago. But now I'm frankly knackered from all of this walking today, so I apologise for the lack of progress. Fingers crossed it's looking good for tomorrow and I'll get lots more exploration and all sorts of things done. Although my idea of being up on Watch Hill at sunrise is looking a little bit less likely now. I'm very excited this morning because I wasn't expecting to have so much like inter-island travel in the past few days and to be restricted so much by so many great big downpours because the weather here is usually amazing. But at last we've got what looks like a lovely clear day and no plans in particular, so I'm free to wander the island and make a lot more progress on this project than I have been recently. Looks like it's going to be a great day. So my first stop today is going to be Popplestones, which is, I'm pretty sure, a very different beach to Kitchenporth, which has been the one I've been recording on for most of the time so far, so let's see what we can find. Holy shoot, is that a Mother Clucking Flume reference? I think we're almost there. No, that's the back of the hotel. This looks more like it. Hello, coos. You're looking a bit mean over there, aren't you? Want a mess, fam? This looks familiar. Hello. Yes, you are alive, just checking. These recordings got a lot of mileage in the percussion section of the album, and in fact, apart from a little bit of Tinya, Tabla, and Balron here and there, I rarely had to look further than my field recordings for rhythms. Well, I consider that a successful recording session. I think I've earned myself 150 double cream Oreos. This next little section of the video has a bit of a problem in that I put the underwater casing onto the GoPro without considering the impact on the sound quality. For the next minute or so, I've added subtitles for your benefit. That is very cute. This is a less familiar part of the island for me, but beautiful. By the way, I'm not such a big fan of the weird fisheye effect of this other camera, but it'll do. Just giving myself a crap ton of footage on the other one. The tide is extremely low at the moment, but I'm thinking at some point I might use that space over there for one of my favourite Salonian activities, ski jumping. The thing is, you have to get exactly the right level of water, and I'm also not entirely sure of how much it annoys people, but it's fun, it's really fun. I will hook up the underwater camera for that, and I might be able to get some kind of cool noise out of it as well. You wouldn't want to be here at night, would you? Though I guess it would be very atmospheric. Gotta prove my nerves of steel now, haven't I? Honestly, where else do you wander around in the wild and find a little hand-chalked board saying footpath, enjoy your walk? It's so sweet. I absolutely love this place. If I used the sounds of these underwater videos, it might actually make quite a peaceful atmosphere. Obviously I need to listen to them back because I can't even tell how much sound even comes through this waterproof casing. Hopefully you can actually hear me right now. So that should be a bit better. This is Rushy Bay, by the way, and honestly, in weather like this, it's actually hard to believe you're still in England. More than yesterday, to be honest, where I was brutally reminded of my geographical location. Better start making our way back then. That might be the most magnificent sunset I have ever watched. Normally I'd start the day off with a good morning, but today it's a good afternoon because I spent the first chunk of the day sluggishly chilling in my tent waiting for yet another shower to clear. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do today is now like a decently sized recording session, and then I'm going to go key jumping after dinner or before dinner or whenever it is, which is exciting, so that I'm ready at 8 o'clock for the big match. Don't start spamming me with football related stuff in the comments section because I am not Animus the football nerd. I still feel obliged to support my country though, ignoring the laser shining knobs. Now that I'm actually getting some proper track ideas coming through, I think what I'm going to do is a bit of like non-verbal vocal recording up on Watch Hill to accompany that recording I made of my mum the other day, just with whatever ambience there happens to be hanging in the background. Promise I will come up here at sunrise at some point because that view never gets old. In the tides I can hear the beating of every heart, vibrations. Hopefully that was adequate. It's wet jeans time, woohoo! Moistness intensifies. Yeah. I'm too childish to resist. Oing, oing. Well, that tie came in quickly. Hey everyone, Joey here, aka Animus, and I feel like jumping off a key. Oh, England. Welp. Anyway, see you in the morning.